It is bright this morning. How about
Shut up,
that?
Tom.
70 degrees, time to wake up. What a morning. JC?
And let's get it cranking. It's a Tuesday morning edition of Cooper & Company Live. Get up with us this morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. This is Athens in the AM. Here's what's coming up on the program today. Athens City Council had a big meeting last night. NAACP was there saying they don't like the way things going on. Showing up this morning later on should be City Council President Jimmy Gill, Mayor Ronnie Marks to discuss that situation, plus some other things. Tom joins us this morning. How's that honey badger, Tom?
Well, I hadn't heard where he was going yet. Have you?
Yeah, well, I know where he ain't going to be staying, LSU. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. Yeah, Shut Up was the first person, Frank, that sent me a text about 12:30 Friday informing me that the legendary honey badger has smoked his way out of a job. We'll talk more about that extensively in just a little bit. Hey, don't forget, football season fast approaching. Starts August 30th on somebody's birthday, my last in the 50s. So we'll be talking about that later, too. Well, I think we're going to have a special day that day, so I'll let you know all about that. Jawjacker may be cooking outside, so we may just do we did a Memorial Day thing. We did a July 4th thing. Now let's just do a Labor Day deal. Take a few days off during Labor Day. Get ready to watch Bama do a beatdown on Michigan. Football season, 2.5, a little over 2 weeks away. Lots of things coming up. And also 2 weeks from today, city elections across the state of Alabama, from Hartsville, Moulton, Decatur, Huntsville, Athens. All those will be coming up, going. People got campaigning. So, hey, if you're going to campaign on TV, boys and girls, you better get with me this week because time is running out. Here's the weather forecast. A little bit of rain, storm yesterday, but fall is almost here.
It certainly feels like it. Of course, 70 degrees outside, colder weather out there. Many of you like that. I know Frank does too. He likes going by the dumpster a little bit more these mornings. Sorry, Frank. We don't have to worry about too much rain today. Only 20% chance of showers with high temperatures around 86 today and your low of 65. Tomorrow, 90, full sunshine. Get out and enjoy. No rain to even worry about until possibly Friday. Friday, big day for everybody. A lot of people on Friday, and the rain is going to probably hit 85 for the high then, but it should be good for the weekend. And look at the temperatures. We're sticking around in the 80s. Not too bad. Of course, 230-4988 does get Frank this morning. Are you setting that light?
Well, you might as well keep talking. Somebody's got to do all the manual labor out here.
That's going to put you on the spot.
You're doing a good job.
That's
yeah,
right.
well, somebody's got to move around in here.
Got to fix all the lights.
And evidently, it's me.
Good.
Anyway, thank y'all for getting up with us. A little bright in here. We'll get things cranking. All right, let's go back to old Honey Badger. Honey Badger dismissed. What a shocker, man.
It was.
We were on the phone, Gloria was, as I was driving back. She was texting as many people as possible, from... said, Les Miles, he's really a good kid. Well, that arrogant, there's what's in the papers this morning. Yesterday on ESPN they were talking, he may want to stay in school and play ball next year for LSU.
Can he?
Not going to happen, Shut Up. Honey Badger cannot return to LSU football team at any time in the future. He also loses his scholarship. So he's no longer, he can stay there, but he'll have to pay out of pocket.
There you go.
So I don't know where he's going to be. He was not kicked out of school, but he would have to pay his own way all the way through to graduate. The ESPN.com says the possibility of reinstatement would have to be approved at many levels, and it will not. So Honey Badger is toast. We got that picture of Honey Badger. The Honey Badger always takes what he wants. He also smokes what he wants.
Yeah.
The old Honey Badger. Loser.
Matt showed that to me.
Yeah, the Honey Badger smokes what he wants. Well,
You at Staples.
now they got two freshmen back there playing that cornerback position on him. So who do you think we're going to go after right off the bat? That new guy taking his place. NBC says London Olympics were the most watched TV event in U.S. history.
It was interesting this year.
The London Olympics drew better ratings than the 2008 Games in Beijing, making them the most watched television event in the U.S. According to NBC, total viewership topped the 215 million. The American athletes won the best 46 gold medals, 104 total. NBC says it may lose money on it. They thought they would lose about $200 million. Now, if I got a TV business and I'm losing $200 million, maybe I need to make it a little different. Advertisers are very, very happy with the ratings, though, so they said they may not lose that much money. They paid like $1 billion for that.
Wow.
So,
How do you stay in business losing that much money?
it was pretty good. Tom, did you know that Alabama ranks 4th
In what?
Obesity. That's right. Survey out this morning. Survey says a new study ranked Alabama as the nation's 4th fattest state. Golly, thank goodness for Louisiana and Mississippi and West Virginia. Because they're all 1, 2, and 3.
Suck it in, boys.
Obesity was a little less than the percentage for 2010. Over the past 15 years, the obesity level of the nation in Alabama continues to go up. Alabama 12th fattest. 12 states have adult obesity rates over 30%. Kids keep getting fatter too. No kidding. What kind of exercise are they doing?
Not enough.
So anyway, I just thought that was kind of on the unusual side. But Alabama ranked 4th. I'm sure Roy or Seth will be up here tomorrow to talk all about it and tell you how you could get better by simply taking their products and maybe walking around the block every now and then. And maybe not eating as much Mexican food.
Hint, hint.
So, all right, you know, they're getting ready to open the new school up over here at Madison, Clemens. Clemens, you got Clements out here, Clemens here. It's opening up next week on the 20th. Well, last week they invited the first principal ever from Bob Jones over there. More than 50 years ago, veteran Madison County educator Eb Deason took a job teaching at Winston County's Meek High School. Now, the reason I'm going to share this with you is because some stuff he has to say in here. Pay attention, Frank. He was at Meek High School only 50 years ago. Well, I've been out of high school 40 years myself, a little over. The school, now I've been to Meek High School. Meek High School is where they have the annual chitlin fundraiser.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, fried chitlins.
Shoot,
Been there and covered it. The school had no indoor plumbing. The nearest telephone was 15 miles away. His annual teaching salary was $2,600 a month. He didn't make any more, even though he was the head football coach, head basketball coach, and head baseball coach.
Oh, we had to do it all.
He said we didn't have too many teacher absence back then because there was no way to let the principal know you would not be at school. He landed a job at Madison County High School in Gurley in '67 and was the first principal at Bob Jones, and they graduated their first graduating class in 1974. One of the highlights of his career, in 1958, Meek football team that he coached during his second year went undefeated and won the state Class A title. But you know, 50 years ago, how long have you been out of school, Tom?
40-something, I think.
Almost 50.
Yeah.
I graduated '71, so what's that?
You guys are old.
42 years. Well, we had bathrooms. I mean, that 50 years ago wasn't that long ago. No plumbing.
Yeah, but in Meek?
Meek, was that Winston County?
Yeah. It's out in the county.
Winston County?
Winston, yeah. Isn't that where Tom...
That's out in the sticks. Eddie Pruitt.
Tony Couch.
Now, Eddie Pruitt and them went to,
Here's our...
what was that school down there? Addison.
Yeah.
Now, Addison's right near Meek, but Meek High School, yeah, now if you want to get the best chitlins ever, you go down there because they have buttermilk and toilet tissue on all the tables in the gym. Fried chitlins, and they fry them up down there on a daily basis.
That
Fried
does not
chitlins.
sound good.
All right, thought y'all might want to know about that.
Breakfast.
Gloria's not keeping up the snuff on doing a lot of keeping the clothes clean and everything, so I've started reverting to throwing my underwear and my socks in the microwave. How'd that go, Frank?
Gross.
Note to seller, microwave for leftovers, not your boxers. British firefighters said they saved an apartment from destruction after a domestically challenged resident tried to dry his wet socks and underwear in a microwave. The fire destroyed the appliance along with 2 pairs of underwear and socks and caused smoke damage to the apartment and several others next to it.
What, does it dry her out?
Why wouldn't that work?
Don't.
Get it too
I just
hot?
washed clothes yesterday.
Why wouldn't that work?
Well, get your clothes too hot in there.
Maybe his underwear has something in it that causes it to start smoking. Huh?
Don't try it.
Y'all know,
I'm not going there either.
y'all know we got our
Hey, babe.
baby daughter up here, Abby. We consider her our baby now too, you know. Maddie went to church with us at Cross Point this past Sunday. Well, now there's a new thing out of New York City, Frank.
New York City.
Now, you can buy dresses for $650, $400 pair of shoes. Now, these for kids under 5.
Oh, that's
Goodness.
ridiculous.
They dressed my daughter exactly the way I do. This is the new thing. She spent $10,000 on her 3-year-old's summer wardrobe. The designers are targeting household incomes of at least, Tom, $350,000.
I guess so.
That's about 7 times the U.S. median household income of $49,000. 5 years ago, the high-end children's wear business was dominated by just a few designers like Ralph Lauren, Christian Dior. Well, now a lot of other people getting into it. That's what I'm going to open up here in Athens.
You'll go broke.
A baby store that caters to people that make a couple $100,000 a year.
You won't stay in business. That is a waste of money.
Well,
They grow out of them so fast.
I know.
So.
Don't they, Abby?
all right. I want to talk about Zorro for a second. Dear Jamie,
He's being good right now.
why is it people who are enamored with their dogs think that all the rest of us want to be licked, jumped, shed, slobbered, and scratched by their precious pet? Huh?
There's probably a lot of
It
truth to
seems that increasingly people are imposing their pets on us in every venue of public life. They bring them uninvited to outdoor restaurants, open food markets, children's playground, beaches, television programs, and other such things that I've seen recently. Private parties, wedding receptions, where guests brought along their uninvited dogs. They even acted as if everyone should be tickled to death to have them join the festivities. It reminds me of the nuisance smokers who used to be when they would light up at any time, anywhere, without asking whether their behavior was offensive. Dog lovers just assume their pets are welcome, when in fact many of us have allergies or just rather not have to put up with them. When I go to a party, I have to be with people. I want to be with people, not dirty, smelly animals.
Well, at least
Is there any sort of
good.
pet protocol that should be suggested to these inconsiderate pet people?
The Zorro smells good.
Doggone disgusted. So,
He thinks everyone's here to see him.
Mm-hmm.
Some dogs can be in.
Doro, from now on, you're staying home. You hear me? You're not welcome.
No, he's not.
Zorro's in a different class.
But anyway, while I'm on this same one here, let me just go ahead and do this, and I'll come back with the news in just a second.
What do you have?
Dear Jamie, I've been dating my girlfriend for 3 years. I really love her. We get along in all aspects of our relationship, and our relationship still feels fresh. I think she's so pretty. But in the last year or so, she started putting on a few chubby little pounds. During this time, I've been hitting the gym religiously, lost weight, back to my former athletic form. You know, Jamie, what I'm talking about, you kind of like I am. I don't want to sound shallow, but it's becoming somewhat of a turn-off to me. To add to that, I'm attracting the attention of other, more attractive females at bars and parties because of my buff body. I'm not the cheating type, and it doesn't even come into my head, but it can be tough sometimes. I'm not a shallow person, but sex is an important aspect of our relationship. And I don't really want to lose my drive, but my girlfriend's getting chubby. You know what they say, chubby women need loving too. I try to eat healthy when I'm with her, but no, she just keeps going down on them Mexican chips.
Jamie.
However, I don't want to tell her you need to get to the gym because I love her, and I don't want to lose her. So what do I do in this sticky situation?
Invite her to the gym with me?
You seem afraid that your awesomeness will so outstrip your girlfriend's attractiveness that you will be forced to look elsewhere for companionship. You don't love your girlfriend, because if you did, you wouldn't compare her to other people and start worrying about how much her weight gain affects you. Let me just put it to you this way.
What?
You start getting fat, chubby,
What?
obese. We're ranked 4th in the... It's okay if me and Tom put on a few pounds.
I may as well just start eating
You know,
more.
it's okay for guys. Why is it?
No, this ought to be good.
Why is it okay for guys to put on a little poundage, but when it comes to a woman, it ain't so okay?
Well, that's because you boys are jerks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, you tired of seeing me prance around the house with nothing on? Don't mean to
You
put that
don't
in
do
your
that.
head, Abby, but I mean, what?
You don't do that.
I'm starting.
Are you tired?
I went to the gym yesterday morning with Dusty McLemore at 5 a.m. I go 1 day a week.
You're down to 1 day.
I'm down to 1 day a week. You know, it's kind of hard, Frank, keeping up a body like this going. You know, when I'm almost...
1 day a week, yeah.
I'm almost 50.
Uh-huh.
Don't forget, my birthday's coming on August 30th. We'll be doing some of the show outside. If you'd like to bring a gift by, my last in my 50s, Tom, and then I get toward your age.
Good
The big
gosh.
6-0 next year, which will be a major blowout. The city of Athens probably will have to close,
You think?
and I'll be at our house.
I'm taking off that next Friday.
We're not doing any football parties this year because I've got to save up for next year. You better start cutting down a little bit on the eating.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Are those Mexican chips fattening?
Yeah.
I love
She
those
could eat them
Mexican
24 hours a day.
chips.
Hey, thank y'all for getting up with. Hey, hope y'all enjoyed Off the Cuff yesterday. Got a few complaints. People didn't see the Country Rovers, but
Greg from
I
Knowledge.
figured after
Hey,
30
Greg.
years, y'all might be getting tired of seeing those over and over
Over and
again.
over.
So, hey, cut me a little bit of slack. But anyway, Benny Carl aired yesterday. Heard several comments. But, oh, speaking of that, and we'll run some of that again this morning for you. Talked to Country Boy Eddie yesterday.
Yes, you did.
Country Boy Eddie, we've got him lined up. He's 81 years old. He's, golly, if I do my math correct, 6 years younger than Benny Carl.
Very good.
Yeah, and we got one coming up too on Brad Pullum, Dr. Gerald Murray, who you went to high school with. Got several, Dennis Holman from Alabama. A lot of those off the cuff things coming
Dennis
up. They're
Holman.
turning out pretty doggone good. But anyway, right now on this Tuesday morning edition of Cooper Company Live, let's take a break. Come back with a little news in just a moment. Y'all hang on.